let's get this going. Let's get this going. In a second. How are we doing to everybody who is joining? I'll get some people in here before we start. Come on, guys, how are we doing? Please share, please invite. Let's get some more people in here before we start. Happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody is well. How are we doing to everyone who's joining? Please share this. Please get it out. This is Sunday feelings, Sunday vibes. Something to think about on Sunday. I hope we all are well on this Sunday. It's cold in some places. It's very sunny in some places. How are we doing to everybody who's joining again? How are we doing to all the new users, the new subscribers who are joining? I'm going to give it a few minutes before we start. If you're any of y'all who are seeing, please share this out. Please get it out. This is Sunday. I'm going to be talking on a few subjects as well. How are we doing, Daniel? How are we doing, Hillary? How are we doing, Trollgate? How are we doing, Mr. Hemp? Mr. Papa? Let's just get this out a minute. How are we doing to everybody who's joining this afternoon? Yes, I was mentioning from the last video I did, are people coming to bring me some homework? Have they been researching by what I've been speaking about? Very interesting. If you want to hit me up, you can hit me up on YouTube. Some of the comments are open on my videos. So I'm on there on Twitter. My admin Trollgate stuck the link in the group. And this concerns everybody. Everybody's part of this because currency affects everybody. One of them things. Sorry if my stream's a little bit glitchy. It's a little bit all over, I can see at the minute. YouTube are trying to tamper with it again. How are we all this Sunday? What we're going to be doing as well is getting people involved in the chat as well. Telling me what you think of the channel. We've got some more interesting stuff coming up as well on the channel very, very soon. Some interesting information. We also have another channel which is being builded. There's also going to be a blog that's going to be updated as well. To some of y'all who are new to the channel, there's a what's it called? There's a BitTube channel as well, which is recorded as well with some information which is going to be reconstructed. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on, especially on this Sunday as well. Very interesting. I'd like to give a big shout out to a few people before I get going. Before I start touching on topics, I'm going to have to big up my boy Eddie. I'm going to have to big up my admin in the room. I'll have to big up you subscribers who will pay attention and who are watching, who are listening. I hope you've been paying attention because we've been talking about a lot of fraud, a lot of corruption, a lot of things what are happening here in the UK and around the world, which everything is connected in this universe. Sorry guys, I'm just sticking some cream on for my hands. If you're wondering, what's this guy doing with his hands? Cream. So yeah, interesting facts. Go have a look. Please check it out. I see some of you are just chilling there, yes. Good, good. I hope you're all paying attention to some of the information on some of the videos. I've given you plenty of subliminal messages, plenty to what some things lead to without me stating it. I encourage you all to communicate and talk as well, because if this problem is going to be solved, it takes everybody to unite. Because currency affects every single one of us. How you have to feed your children, when you have to go to work. And it's always on your mind. When are you going to be paid next? And who's in control of this money? Who's in control of it? How much money goes out of this country? The illegal activities which the government perform, which are in our faces and under our very nose. Victoria Atkins, an MP. She was a previous drug minister. It's another one. Another person there with a cannabis farms in Norfolk. The UK is one of the biggest exports throughout Europe for medicinal cannabis, but it's legal. It's illegal for us and legal for them. And we know which this pot goes to, the money from their pot, which they sell from their cannabis, and which other things they grow there. I'm going to read out some more stuff, but sorry, interrupt you guys, my bad. I was calling out a few people to big up anyway, so a few shout outs. So I've got my admins, one of them's here, Trollgate, Mr. Matt Taylor, Guerrilla News. Some of you guys need to check him out as well. We've got my boy Eddie there, we've got Seven there. Please check their channels out, Seven Gate as well. Got a lot of interesting information. A lot of interesting information which people need to feast their eyes on. I'd also like to say to you guys, please go check out Kathy Fox's blog. There's a lot of interesting information on there as well. A lot of interesting information. Some of the previous videos which I've stuck into in the description, the links of some of the stuff of which I'm talking about. You guys, it's all there for you. It's all there for you. All there for you guys to check out, because information is key. Information is knowledge. It's power. And that's the thing. Knowledge will beat any sort of money. And when everybody unites, boy, it's a big cycle. Do you get me? It's a big cycle. Bankers' wars killing people. Companies under the corporation, which is controlled by the government. Everything is against us. Every single thing is against us, and we need to be aware and understand where our money is going. What this country is taking out of this country, going into other offshore entities' accounts. And who are the people who suffer? We are the people who suffer. Nobody else is, so they ain't suffering. We're suffering. We are suffering. Homeless people on the streets, veterans on the streets. Prime examples, the NHS, which is being crippled. Where's this money going, guys? Where's this money going? Out of the country. The fat cats are getting rich. Innocent people are giving to charities. Where's it going? They have no cares for public interest. There's people struggling, old people struggling, children, every single one of us, families, using the fear trait against us. The innocent people, the ones who they manipulate, get to first. Killing the weaker people off. That's what it is. Killing the weaker people off to get everybody tight together. But we have to unite, because strength is in numbers. This is why I always keep saying the money is where it starts. The footprints are where it starts. If you're not going to get somebody for something, i.e. these people, just all you have to do is look in the companies. Look in the companies. Because they are only human. They are human like us. Yeah, man, they are human like us. They have to feed their families, right? It doesn't matter, yeah, if you are falling out with your enemy, yeah? Your enemy is only human just like you, right? And this concerns us all because it's these higher class people, right, who are pushing all of us down. There's no loyalty among devils. You know this. The government will sacrifice their own if they have to, just to get what they need. And this doesn't matter. This is groups of people. This could be world countries. This could be anyone. It does not matter where you are in the world. And I always say this. Governments create these companies. Companies are only designed and created to serve the government's agenda. And that agenda is one world order, one world religion, one world currency. You all know what that is. Using viruses for controlling masses of people to crush other countries, or, for example, to crash the banking system, to crash everything, to cause havoc, rage. People are the only ones who suffer. People are the only ones who suffer. The Cancer Act, for example, we'll use the Cancer Act. The Cancer Act is a lie. It states it in it itself. If only people realised, it states it in itself. The government can grow legal cannabis, right? But for the average man or woman, the population, apart from them, their entities, these demigods which they state themselves, they can get away with it. No laws unto them, but unto everybody else. So think about it, guys. When you've got people signing petitions, creating stuff, i.e., to say, listen, we need medicinal cannabis because it's going to heal my child. The government have the labs. They have these places. They have the biggest one in Norfolk. And it's all there. It's all there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the links in the group. I'm going to post the stuff from the public domain, i.e. the newspapers and other related things to what I am talking about. I will also post them in the description. I will also post them in the description for you, so you all can see what I'm talking about. And it's very interesting. Very interesting. How much, if any of you men, women who are good with landscape, i.e. acres, how much an acre is worth, and then when you look it up in Norfolk, you see it there. An acre, cannabis just growing and growing and growing, all in tents, all there. Victoria Atkins' husband, and she's an MP and it's her husband. What happens to the average man growing cannabis? The average man growing cannabis, what happens? Your door's booted in. This is the MP's husband. Is an ex-drugs minister. And this is what we're talking about. This is exactly what we're talking about. Where does all this money go? What does it contribute to? What pot does it go in? Everybody knows, right? Everybody knows, right, where this money goes. Where does it go? And what does it support? It supports child and human trafficking. Like we will start again, we will go through the other side of it, the civil and social sector. You know what the civil and social sector is? We have social services, for prime example. That's just another side of it. The civil and social sector, these people have more power than the police. They are the government's guinea pigs. They are the gatekeepers. You see me? You see where I'm coming from, right? A way to control people by using tools, creating viruses, using machines to stop, to either up the ante or reduce it to a certain percentage. And this is all to do with the one world agenda. How fast can they stop it? How fast can they make it progress rapidly, right? Because we are the people, yeah, who can completely turn this down, knock it all out, to wake up, to understand currency. They all need children, yeah? Fraud, money, it's all part. And who do they feed off? The innocent people, the ones that they can manipulate first. Money, children, child trafficking, human trafficking. So here come the trolls, because the trolls don't like the truth. But the trolls, right? God love you, trolls, because when the day of revelation comes, right, everybody is going to be judged, even yourself. Yeah? Everybody is going to be judged, right? And I'm only here for justice, for speaking the truth. And I'll say it to everybody. It's either justice or loyalty. I want the justice which people deserve. Yeah? Everybody deserves justice. Think about it. These people who are coming in, who are trolls, only loyal to the devils themselves. Do you get me? Obviously, I ain't loyal to no devils. Do you know what I mean? It's justice all the way, yeah? Helping people, helping humanity. We have to wake up and understand. Listen, light will always be casted over any darkness, regardless, whether people like it or not. The light will always shine in the darkest places. What we are trying to do is everybody has to light a beacon, yeah? We are awake. Free think for yourself. And that's the problem. If you don't like people free thinking, this isn't for you, trolls. And I say this to anybody. If you don't understand where I'm coming from or understand what I'm saying, right? What can I say? You ain't part of this. You ain't part of this. And the point is, everybody deserves justice. Everybody deserves the justice. Because at the end of the day, we are all human. Nobody has no right to control somebody else or be a higher entity than them. Everybody is human. We are all part of this universe for a short while. And basically, yeah, what's the saying? The light will always surpass the darkness no matter what. Because we know, and people are waking up to what the world is actually built on. What is the world actually built on? Because if companies keep taking, right, all these tools that are used for the system to be used against the innocent, the light has come on. Think about it. The light has to come on. Are you prepared to keep giving, to let them keep taking? It doesn't matter which way you're looking at it. Are you prepared to let them keep taking? It doesn't matter if it's your money. It doesn't matter if it's your car. It doesn't matter if it's your children. These are all examples of what I am explaining to you. Because it all costs. And this is including the energy which you are letting off. Do you get me? Do you know, trolls? The light, yeah, will always be shined, whether you like it or not. I'm telling you now. Remember the watchman in Ezekiel? Blow that horn. You blow that horn so others can hear, yeah, what is coming. Or they can sense something else is coming. Because you don't blow that horn. What happens when you don't blow that horn? It's funny. It's absolutely funny. And it's like, you're going to be accountable for your actions when you don't blow that horn. You're accountable for the bloodshed of everybody else. Do you feel where I'm coming from? Everybody deserves a chance. Everybody deserves to see the light. Nobody can be clouded in darkness. Everybody has to free think for themselves. Because that is how we have to feel this pattern. Feel how, look, this is affecting you. This is affecting me. Do you get me? This is affecting everybody, no matter where you are in the world. The stories, what are coming out. The stories, what are coming out. And all our eyes have to be pointed on and looking at is the government, not each other, because everything stems back to them. Doesn't it? The foundations of fraud have been created on what? They've been created on slavery, trial, human trafficking, you name it. And it's like, when you look at the world today, what does the world represent? It represents Lucifer, the fake light bearer, not Jesus Christ. Think about it. Jesus, it says in the Bible, it says in books, Jesus is the light of the world. But in this present we are in, they are representing themselves as Lucifer, the fake monocle. Do you get me? And this is the bad times that we're in. This is the spiritual warfare. The spiritual warfare, right? This ain't just no physical or illusions, everything attacking us. It's spiritual, right? Because these people have that one world agenda to wipe the percentage of us out. It does not matter if it's 1, if it's 2, if it's 3, if it's 100, if it's 20. This is their agenda. So we all have to switch on, think for ourselves, bin our TVs, because look around you. What pattern does it run in every single time? What pattern does it run every single time? Have a look at it. Have a look at it. Have a look what codes it lets out. Everything what generates. Where it goes back to. Where does it go back to every single time? What does it go and feed? What questions are you asking yourself? Where does your money go? What does it contribute to? Social services, again, for an example, they can hold events. How much money do social services hold events for? How much people do they try get involved, right? Where does this money contribute to? Where does it go? Wildlife charities. People giving to wildlife charities, again, how much does a CEO make? Where does this money go? Into what pot? What does it contribute to? Tier 2s and Tier 5s of companies and immigration. Just another example, farming people's information, right? These are innocent people's information, right? Think about this. These people are human, right? Just like us, human, they know no better, right? They're fleeing or they're being invaders regardless they've been sent over, right? Or they're just coming over. But think about this. We have now influenced the Tier 2 and Tier 5 system on immigration. Now, if you look it up online, it tells you there's a list of companies, PDF file, it's been updated from February, and it states it in it. And these are companies, 31,000 or 27 to 31,000, where they have Tier 2 and Tier 5 companies. Yeah, and they are all for immigration. These people are innocent people. Their information has already been farmed as soon as they get their whatever it is to that company. They've been farmed. Their information's been sold how many different ways? And this is no different from what happens to the average citizen that lives in any country. Do you see where I'm coming from? How many different ways you can look down the line of your information of how many times it's being sold, just like your signature when you sign something. Think about it, guys. This is Sunday feelings, Sunday vibes. Do you know where your money is going? Do you know what it supports? Have you thought about it? I'll leave a question burning in your head. Where does your money actually go? What does it support, right? And you see, you're paying your phone bill. What does your phone bill support? Which higher person does that go to? Which pot, i.e. CEO, higher than a CEO, go to? What it finances? These are all, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. I've mentioned All companies under the corporation, they're all created by the government. They only have one agenda. And this includes your children, because they all hold all your children's details. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And think about this, it's all AI. Remember back in the days, everything was a squiggle, piece of paper? Look at it now. Trust me, look at it now. You can find your own details online. The EU can find our details. It's open in their system. Look what's happening with Google. All of the information from Google servers in Europe are moving to the USA. Think about it. Go do your research. Go see. Google services are going to America from the EU. If people are aware, certain places on the internet, things what was hidden in EU places, yeah, are now going to be open. So you think some things which they tried hiding, which they may leave behind, like rubbish on the floor, for example, another man's trash is another man's treasure. Think about it. You know what I'm talking about? Because you have to pick every single bit up, make sure every single thing's right. Like when you want to sue them, take them to court, you have to make sure every single thing's right. You know exactly what I'm talking about. This is why we have to be aware of the things what's going on again. See, there you go. And again, it's like, do you know, this is what you call paid government trolls. Companies paying people, right, to just all along, just sit there trolling innocent people. Because, you know, right, the truth must hurt. The truth must hurt so much. You must be going tap, 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 tap. And do you know what it is? You see the naughty step? Take yourself on it. Calm your ass down. But this is the thing. Government trolls, same example. Companies pay trolls to target whistleblowers, target innocent victims of abuse, target families, court cases. Like I said, the corporation, companies, all created by the government to only serve one agenda, to stop people getting the justice they deserve, to stop the truth from being outed. Why? Because they do not like it. Trust me, we're fighting, yeah, for our lives here, people. Because some people aren't seeing what's coming, what's going to happen in this country, right? And this is the craziest thing. Some people can see what's happening. There's no pensions left. It's all financial fraud. The country is built on fraud. Have a look at it. It's built on fraud. Why do you think so many companies are going jumping around, taking the directors out of companies, shutting the company down, leaving it dormant, or moving it somewhere else, moving the cash somewhere else, closing down, removing files? Why? Because people are clicking on. Is the Worldwide Currency Agency clicking on? Don't like it. Don't like it. So you've decided to bring your friends. You don't like it? It's funny. It's absolutely hilarious. Do you know? Jesus loves you. Yes, he does. So, where do you want to go from here, guys? You have to pay, right, to go to work, to drive your car, to pay for the clothes on your child's back, right? The majority of these innocent companies are taken fools for. Company house, manipulated. Proper manipulated. And the facts don't lie. Everything, right? Every single thing which is there on my Twitter, where it tells you, and I'm just going to say, I want to pay my respects to Gordon Bowden, because Gordon Bowden was a pioneer. He was a pioneer at bringing things Finchley Road forward. And everybody needs to say thank you, Gordon, to be honest, because majority of people would not know about Finchley Road if it wasn't for his amazing work. Straight up. That's all I'm going to say. And I'd like to pay my respects as well and say, Gordon, you did an excellent job. You did do a good job. And some of the people who have taken up on the Finchley Road and expressing it further, like myself, we're going to continue that because I think you would like that. I think other people would like to say, yes, let's get this forward. Let's expose our government. All of the stuff to do with Panama Papers, Paradise Papers, all of this stuff, let's get it out. Let's wake up. The thing is, yeah, our country is on the knife edge, right? And it's all to do with our government. Everybody should be looking at our government and thinking, what is going on here? I'm scraping the barrel to live, feed my child, to go to work. All these court cases are all piled from one place, and that is London, because it all goes back there. London. London has a secret to tell. And we all have to keep saying this. London has a secret to tell. It does. And remember the saying, believe the children. Just leave that there for you. London has a secret to tell. Believe the children. Done. So, come on, think about it. Think about it. I could go through 17, 20 different angles. Some of you people who are watching, some of you people at home are probably thinking, wow, I could go through so many different angles, how companies have been set up. And I know the fraudulent, I know directors are in there. I know there's people in these government buildings who are forking money out, yeah, with the dodgy signatures or handshakes. And I know it's happening under my nose, yeah. This is the kind of actions we see this day to day. Trust me, we see this day to day when the real terrorists are in the suits, the real paedophiles are in the suits. Because if it's not one doing it, they're covering it up for somebody else. Think about it. Think about it. Social services again, legal social services are legal child and human traffickers. They can take a life, and they can so easily end a life. And that's what people have got to be aware of. How much money do they get for taking a family apart? Where does that money go? Where does that money go? Where does that money go? What does it find? What's it financial to? Where does it go? What does it support? What pot does it go in? Where does it go? Think about it. What is the average stat of a family, right, in the UK for them to take your children? What is the average stat? And then the amount of money, yeah, a council itself gets. What is the average rate? You can see it for yourself by doing your own research. Check it out. You can do it yourself online by just getting percentages. And you think, where's this money coming from? Where's this money going? And who is suffering? We aren't the only people who are suffering, because it's affecting our economy. For an example, it's affecting all world economies. Everybody's suffering. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, where you are. And it's sad, and it's all affecting. And they don't care about children, and they definitely don't care about old people. And that's sad. That is sad, but it's the sad, harsh truth. Do you get me? It's a sad half-truth. People dying in the homes, people dying in caring homes, getting beat up, kids getting abused in care homes. These people are all getting paid. These people are still getting paid, right? And the abuse gets covered up by fraud, by money laundering, by the higher entity. Think about it. Who suffers at the end of it? The one person suffers, the next person suffers, the next minute, you know, it's just ongoing. And then one person can't say something, but gives the indication, and then next minute, you know, what's happened? A whole inquiry outcomes. And this is what we want. people. We want people to speak. We need to talk about this. We need to talk about where is our money going, and we know what it finances. We know what it finances. But are you going to allow this? Are you going to think for yourself? Are you going to see it for yourself? Look what's happening in America. Do you see what I'm saying? And this affects us in the UK. Panama Papers are just a prime example. The Clintons, again, which are involved. Our government, which is involved, right? We've got companies, hundreds and thousands of them in rackets, that's generating more than 5 to fucking how much, sorry for my language, how much? 5, probably 500 million upwards, probably. But public interest, they don't care about. Trains, buses, the average person cannot even get to work. The average person does not even have internet. The average person doesn't know the basics. Because why? Because the government, right, has no care for public interest, public safety, nothing. Nothing. Why do you think there's so many young people in jail? Because they take, and there's nothing for young people. There's nothing for these young kids yet to get their head in and actually learn something. They already know history is a lie. And the government says, oh yeah, the jail's the best place for you. And then they go to jail, and what happens? What happens? They put them back into the same cycle. How much money does it cost these people? What does it cost for these people's lives? Do you get me? And it's all stemmed around they can't get rehabilitated because the government don't want to rehabilitate them. Police stations closing down in certain areas, for an example. Firemen losing their jobs, or firewomen for losing their jobs. The government sacks the nearest person first. And she or he's not in the wrong, but they sack them to cover up their own mistakes. Think about it, man. Everybody here, yeah, everybody in this world knows of what their government is doing or what they are doing to the people or the population. Because everybody can feel it, feel the code, what is happening, what is going on around you. Guys, if you're new to the channel, my name's Barcode, Fraud and Corruption. Please hit that like, please hit that notification bell if you're new, and that sub. I'm just going through. This is Sunday feelings, Sunday vibes. And I don't know if you're concerned about your money. You could be a multi-millionaire. Do you see where I'm coming from? Get involved in the chat. Say something. Because everybody needs to get connected. Everybody needs to talk. This concerns you. This concerns you. Because, look, I'm only human like everybody else, yeah? But we all bounce off of each other. Do you hear me? We all bounce off of each other. Everything happens to one person, it affects another person, whether you know that person or not. Do you hear me? Our universes have to be in sync with each other. We have to understand and see it, feel it, and understand it. Hey, it's affecting him. This is going to affect me. He might live in another area, but you know what I mean? It still affects you. Don't matter if you're black, white, Asian, anything. Yeah, this is everybody I'm talking about. Everybody needs to be involved. I want everybody involved. We need to make this big. The news, the mainstream media needs to see, look, us people know, blah, 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 Finchley Road for a prime example, shell companies up and down the country. We know our proof. We've got the evidence. We see it on Company House. We can only look at you because you are the government. Do you get me? We are the people. If it weren't for no people, there's no constitution. There's no money. Have you worked that out yet? You worked that out yet? We are the pawns for their market. Trust, man. We are the pawns for their market. And when you wake up and realize, you'll be like, shit. Trust. It's a spiritual battle. They want your children. They want your money. They want your soul. I'm telling you, they don't care. They'll throw their own under the bus just to get what they want. Look it up, man. Some of the videos that I've done as well from previous before. I want people to get involved. I want you all to talk. Everybody needs to connect. That's what the government does not want us to do, is connect. They don't want us to unite. Because if we unite, we are all dangerous. And this is what I'm saying, right? You could be enemies with each other, yeah? You can unite on two fronts and say, hey, listen, bam, we've got the same government. We got the same problem. Forget our arguments. Forget our arguments. We're both being ripped off. Do you get me? We're both being ripped off. Are you going to be prepared to continuously keep give, right? And you get nothing back? You're giving and they're taking from the other hand at the same time. Are you prepared for that? Are you continuously going to let that happen? I.e., pay your council tax, pay your water, pay all that crap. Do you feel what I'm saying? And that's what we've got to look at, right? The principle, we all live, yeah, in this country or on this planet together. And I'm sorry, some people may disagree with me, but if some people don't want to agree with what I'm saying, you are either for or are either against. Because I'm all for going at it against the government. You get me? I'm going all for at it. Bam, truth comes before anything else. Justice comes before anything else. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with that? Do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you agree with what I'm saying, guys? Are you for justice or are you for loyalty? Tell me, because I'm justice all the way. Justice all the way. Straight up. Justice or loyalty? It's a simple question. Justice or loyalty? Bet you can't answer it. I bet it fucks your head up. Justice or loyalty? You tell me. Think about it. Do you want somebody to get justice? Or are you going to be loyal with the devils and stop that person from getting their justice? Think about it. Because what happens if this happens to your child, to your family, for example? Are you going to be still loyal to the devils? Or are you going to want the justice you deserve? Think about it. Think about it. Don't matter who it is or what it's about. This is justice we're talking about. Justice or loyalty. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Tell me. I know some of you are scratching your head and be like, what? Is it justice or loyalty? It's a simple answer. People who, I don't care if you're new, put your answer. If someone tries disrespecting you, they'll get kicked out of the chat, because this is for everyone. This is positive vibes in here. Do you get me? This is for everybody. Everybody. Don't matter where you are in the world. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. Right? We all want the justice. We want justice. Do you get me? Justice for these people who are on the streets. That's just a straight up first. People who sleep, who are homeless, right? That's who I'm looking at straight away. Them kind of people. Do you get me? I'm telling you. Because when you look, for an example, when I go back to Victoria Atkins, right? She's got the largest cannabis farm in Norfolk. There's one of the largest cannabis farms in Norfolk. And it's illegal in the UK, but they're legally exporting it to Europe. So how many families in the UK, right, i.e. the NHS, could be saved by something like this? Do you feel where I'm coming from? The NHS could be saved by something like this. But if they do that, what do they have to do? They have to revoke the Cancer Act. Do you see where I'm coming from? Well, think about it. The pendulum has to swing, yeah? It can't just stop, because then we're fucked. It's in the middle. Do you get me? You know what that line in the middle is? Think about it. You have to look at the Cancer Act and think, Are they going to do that? But they're already doing it. And like I said from the beginning of the video, I'm going to stick the links in the description, and then I'm going to, stick the links underneath. Just have a think of that, what I've said. Sunday feelings, Sunday vibes. Justice or loyalty. Yeah, my moderators, just sticking the links in the chat. You can have a look. If any of you are on Twitter, go check my account out on Barcode. What I'll do in a minute, I'll stick the links from my Twitter, or the link in my Twitter underneath, so you guys can check it. The page is open. It's also tagged to my YouTube, and it's also tagged the opposite way around. Have a think about what I'm saying. Have a think. Because you guys, I'm telling you now, you will be like, ooh. And what I'm going to be doing as well is, I'm going to be doing some little demonstrations. The demonstrations will be, is to show people how to find fraudulent companies. And that's the thing. Once few of you get it, you can all pass it round like it's a ooh, and have little competitions with each other, because there is so much fraud out there, so many shell companies up and down the country, right? It's unbelievable. But they all connect back to London. They all connect back to London. They all connect back to the same place. Everything goes back to London. One place. You've got Company House in Scotland, Edinburgh, and you got them in Wales. Three-way triangle. London, Scotland, Wales, back to London. I will show. I haven't even started yet. Like I said, man is already getting warmed up. Like I said, one person, ruined it for themselves, right? But like I said, there's plenty more opportunities for everyone. I don't hold no grudges against nobody, right? I get on with it, and that's it. Yeah, that is it. Just get on with the job. Get on with it. There's a lot more to see. There's a lot more to come out. Like I said, man, fraud and corruption, it was taken down before, right? This time, it's going to fly. Like I said, plenty more shit to come. Like I said, and I don't care if people don't like the truth. The truth is going to be set free regardless. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to say, everybody, have a good night. My moderator's just put in the things in the group for you all to check out. I'm going to end it there. Have a good night. I'm going to leave it there for Sunday vibes and Sunday feelings. Guys, have a think what I've said. And if you're new, please subscribe. Please hit that notification. Hit that like. Share it out. Have a little interesting thought of what I've been saying. I've left the question there for you. The big question. Let's see. Let's see if any of you come back to me with any homework. Like I said, I'm not shy and I don't bite. Feel free to PM me on Barcode. Feel free to hit me up on YouTube. I'll leave the comments open on some of my videos so you can have a little, leave something for me. Guys, peace and love. Have a good night. Barcode is out.